So the movement in Black Ops 6 just got even crazier, and if you thought it was already crazy with Omni movement, then good luck. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. So over the weekend, I was just chilling. I wasn't even playing the game, and out of nowhere, I looked at my phone and saw that they added wall running. What? Huh? By the way, whilst I talk about this, we're also going to be completing some calling card challenges, and for this one, I need to use overkill and fast hands and get kills with both primary weapons 25 times. So it's rare that over the weekend I don't play the game at all. Usually I'm working towards something, whether it's a grind, any type of video, but this was quite a slow weekend, so I just didn't hop on the game. And it's so weird that the time, yo, can you get out of the way? The time that I actually do that, all of a sudden they apparently add wall running. And you might be thinking, Brad, what are you talking about? How have they added wall running into Black Ops 6? And no, this isn't some weird thing that I'm just calling wall running, but it's really not. No, not at all. So over the weekend, they randomly added wall running into the files of this game, which is already weird in itself. But if you guys don't know, typically what happens with the files in Call of Duty, although it's in the files, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be released in game in an update. So you could look in the files and potentially see things that are going to be added in future updates, but then you could also see things that were maybe intended to be added in the future but just never arrive. And that's happened a bunch of times, whether it's bundles that have been leaked or shown in the files but just don't get released, certain features, whatever it is, it happens a bunch. But this one was a little bit different because it's wall running, and a lot of people are very passionate about the movement in Call of Duty and are very passionate about it staying a certain way or maybe wanting it to change. But that's cool because it was only in the files. That doesn't really mean much. However, then people discovered ways to actually activate it in the game right now. So I saw Charlie Intel put out a tweet, and apparently right now there is a way that you can actually turn on wall running in this game. I personally don't know how to do it, but there is a way to do it. I believe it's in custom games. There's a whole video showing people doing it, which is hilarious. Actually wall running though, so that's one thing, which is absolutely insane. Does that mean they're going to add wall running officially in the game? Who knows? Maybe it's planned for season 4, which drops next week on my birthday, by the way. May the 29th, season 4 comes out, and that is exactly my birthday. I feel like it happens every single year. The funny thing is though, that's still not it, because what happened then was all of the data miners, if you guys aren't over there on Twitter, then you probably wouldn't see stuff like this, but every single time an update is about to come out, whether it's for new bundles, whether it's for new weapons, anything, what Call of Duty will do before that update comes out, they will end up adding those things into the files to prepare for that future update. And typically what data miners are able to do with that is access those files and be able to actually activate it for themselves so they can take a look at whatever new weapons they've added. Anything. I've just realized this entire time I haven't been using fast hands. I'm an idiot. Anyway, what I was trying to say is the data miners will use that, access it, and also activate it on whatever account they're on so they can see the new weapons, see whatever's new that they've added, even the new bundles. And what they've been able to do since the wall running has been added to the files, they've been able to activate the wall running for themselves so they can see how it actually works and use it themselves already. And it looks absolutely insane. But again, we still don't know why they've added it, because we've got Omni movement in this game, so why would they add wall running to the files of this game? I don't really know. There's also a double jump feature as well as the wall running, which is pretty interesting. If you guys saw my video where I played one of the new modes, there was actually double jump in there as well. So I assume it's pretty similar to that. But double jump and wall running is basically jetpacks at that point. And the funny thing is, this was actually leaked a while ago to be a feature for the next Call of Duty, Black Ops 7 or whatever it's going to be called. But now it's been added to the files of this game. So who knows? It might be coming sooner than we expected. So from what I've seen, it's not exactly jetpacks. It's just a step further from the Omni movement that we have now. So you see these walls. Oh, that's a guy. Okay. So you see these walls right here. You would be able to literally wall run on this, jump off, double jump, all of that. which I guess is very similar to jetpacks, and that's pretty much what you could do with the jetpacks, but it's not exactly the same unless they make it like that. Who knows? But this is where the debate comes in regards to what movement we actually want, and also what movement is best for Call of Duty in general, because sometimes I think, you know what, maybe a jetpack advanced movement type of Call of Duty would be really fun. And don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed Advanced Warfare, I really enjoyed Black Ops 3, and even Infinite Warfare. I enjoyed them all a lot, and I wouldn't be mad if they did that again. However, I totally understand people not wanting that, and it's more so thinking, okay, yes, I may personally want that, but I wonder what would be best for Call of Duty, just as a whole, in terms of the success of the game, the majority of people. I really don't know. You would think that the majority of people would want boots on the ground Call of Duty, kind of like this, even more toned down maybe, who knows. When I went back to Modern Warfare 3 Remastered and played that, a lot of you guys commented on that video saying that this is the Call of Duty we want. The movement we're seeing there is exactly what we want. We want this OG slow movement with great camos, all of that stuff. And it's so interesting because there's also another side of the community that really likes Omni movement and thinks this is the best movement we've ever had. And then there's another side of the community that wants jetpacks. Bro, I really don't know if there's any winning. Like, how are you supposed to win when the community is so split up like this? I mean, it's interesting. I've seen everybody in a frenzy right now talking about what's best for the game, what Call of Duty should do. A lot of people are already angry at the fact that they've seen people wall running in Black Ops 6, and also even that is in the files. Like, people are really upset about this. But on the other side, some people are really happy. I think the best thing they could do, rather than making the whole movement wall running and double jumping and all of that, I personally think the best thing they could do, and this is coming from someone who really likes Omni movement, I also really like basic movement, and I also really like jetpacks. I think they should stick to a game mode type of thing. So I don't know if you guys played Black Ops 4 Blackout, but wow, that guy's got advanced movement himself. Blackout was, of course, the first battle royale that Call of Duty had, and that was completely boots on the ground. However, they ended up adding a mode into Blackout that gave us jetpacks, and that kind of made both sides of the community happy. Those that wanted jetpacks were happy because they had a mode where they could play Blackout with jetpacks, but then the people that preferred the basic movement had regular battle royale to play, so everyone was happy. But the downside to that is the community is still split in a sense because they're playing different modes, so that could affect matchmaking times and just lobbies in general, because people are wanting to play their own certain thing, and when you have the option to be able to do that, it's going to split players up. And is that a good thing? I don't know. I think whatever decision gets made, people are always going to be upset, and that's the difficulty with it. Also, though, a big part of it is Warzone is still here, and you guys know every single year that we've had Warzone, and every single year a new Call of Duty has come out, they've also integrated it into Warzone, and a lot of players that play Warzone are really scared hearing about this wall running stuff, double jumping stuff, all of that, because if it gets added into Call of Duty in general, there's also a good chance that they integrate that into Warzone and it changes Warzone. So if we get wall running and double jumping in Black Ops 7, that could mean we get wall running and double jumping in Warzone. Who knows? By the way, I'm trying my best to make progress on this calling card whilst talking, but it's not easy. But once again, just because they've added it into the files, and also just because people have managed to access it and use it, it doesn't necessarily mean that an update is about to drop and they're about to activate wall running and double jumping into this game. It doesn't really mean that. However, there is a chance of it, and we also do know that it is actually a thing now. Oh, we got one tier done. Damn, there's 3 tiers? We need 75 for the second tier. Are you serious? Oh my goodness.
Hostile RCXD in your AO.
I bet that comes my way. Of course it does. What the flip? Come here, buddy. You had to get destroyed. I don't know which one of them it was, but I'll take both.
Hardpoint locked down.
Oh! Damn.
Damn.
By the way, can we talk about how this season feels like it's lasting forever? I just feel like we haven't really got much content this season. For some reason, because of that, I've got a feeling that season 4 is about to be a massive season, but I really don't know that. I was looking back at what we got in Modern Warfare 3, and sheesh, we got so much content in that game. For season 3, I believe we got, you know, all of the Get Higher events and stuff like that. We also got that parkour map, which was crazy. We got 2 versions of that, with the second one having camo rewards and Easter eggs. Like, bro, I don't know. We got so much content in that game, and this game just feels like we're just not really getting much. And when we do get an event, it's not really a worthwhile reward, and you're also able to complete the event straight away for the most part because it doesn't take that long. And I'm not mad at being able to complete the events fast, of course, but when you are able to complete them fast and the reward isn't really worthwhile, then it's kind of just pointless. Wait, we're about to lose? No! Wait. If we hold this hard point, we can actually win. This is very important. Trophy system down. We can win off this hill too. I'm throwing both of the trophy systems down. Come on. We got the lead. Come on. If we actually win this, that's hilarious. Oh no, they're about to come in. Oh my. Just stay still. Oh my goodness. Yo, I almost got shredded off that head glitch. Damn, we got level 1000 in here. Sheesh. What's this guy doing? Look at this. He's got dark matter on both of these weapons, and he's sat here looking at their spawn with a launcher. Let me see if I can stand in front of him. What's up, bro? Oh, sorry about that. Oh, you know what? I'll take your place. Let me try it myself. I don't even know where he was trying to get a kill from. Let's just try it. No. Oh, and we die. The reason why a lot of people don't like advanced movement is because it adds a massive skill gap into the game. So people that don't really play the game as often and don't have time to be able to master the new movement, they tend to struggle the most, whereas the better players will have a lot more fun because they've got something new to learn that other people probably won't take the time to learn. So the skill gap just gets larger. But then again, nowadays Call of Duty has skill-based matchmaking, so you are getting thrown against players, well, at least most of the time. You're getting put up against players that should be around the similar skill level to you. Oh my, how did we just get through to their spawn? The annoying thing about this calling card challenge, by the way, is I can only do 1 progress in each life. So even if I get multiple... Oh. What the flip? How did this guy know? So even if you get 4 kills, 2 with each weapon, it's only still going to count as 1. But yeah, that's why a lot of sweaty players really enjoyed Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare, because you could really just destroy a bunch of noobs and they would kind of be helpless because the skill gap was so large. With the skill gap being smaller with regular movement, those casual players stand a little bit more of a chance of still being able to kill you, even though you're really good at the game. And that's kind of how they want to keep it, I guess. But then again, they've just added more advanced movement into the files, but maybe that's because of the skill-based matchmaking now. Interestingly enough, I think Modern Warfare 3 had a mode where they would test future updates in that one specific mode and see if it was working, see if people actually enjoyed it or not, and that would be a good idea in my opinion. They should add a mode where we can use this wall running, use this jetpack, whatever it's called, and let us decide, or just look to see if we really enjoy it or not. I think that would be a great idea. I would love to be able to wall run and to be able to double jump, like I said earlier. I just don't know if it's the best idea for Call of Duty. I think a lot more people would complain than actually really enjoy it. I think it would be kind of crazy for them to not be in the greatest place that they've been in and then do such a controversial thing.
Get me eyes in the sky.
What was the timing of that? I had nothing to do with that entire interaction. But yeah, this is a big thing, and it's also really important for the future of Call of Duty, so who knows what they're gonna do. It's just been funny to see the whole community in a complete uproar about the movement of this game, because there's already a community that really hate Omni movement, so for them to hear that it could get even crazier is hilarious. So let me know what type of movement you guys prefer. Basic movement like the OG Call of Duties. We've got Omni movement like this, which I guess is the step forward. Then we would have the wall running and double jumping, so advanced movement, and then we've got jetpack, so all the way. Which one one. Before I let you guys go, make sure you go check out Boohoo Man using my link in the description. There's a bunch of really nice stuff on there, and my code Braderz will get you an extra discount at checkout, so go make use of that. But who knows, man, like I said, they could add it to this game because it's already in the files. They could add it just to the next Call of Duty. They may not add it to either of them. They may not even add it to Warzone. But right now it is in the files of Black Ops 6, so we'll see what they do with it. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.